what we're asking from the DEP today, we're here to ask Randy Huffman to resign his post. And what we essentially want is the federal government, the Office of Surface Mining, to take over primacy of DEP because the DEP is derelict in their duty. They're incompetent. They have almost 100 job openings here at the Department of Environmental Protection, which does not allow them to do their job. And it seems as if this regulatory agency was designed to help the industry. And basically what they're doing is giving out pollution permits to pollute and blast. And that's why we think that the regulatory agencies is just as much to blame as the coal companies are.
You know that if you guys don't unchain yourselves, that you're probably going to have to be arrested. Okay. So why are you... I mean, I understand the cause and this, that, and the other, but disrupting business, they were warned well. They were going to let you stand here in the lobby as long as you weren't chained to the door.
People are in danger of rocks and trees sliding down on them, and nothing's been done about it. Poison water supplies, no violations there.
Okay, but do you think being arrested is going to change any of that today?
Maybe not today, but hopefully soon.
I have, as some people would call the bloody pulpit, there's different ways that government can work. I like to think about retail government because I'm from the retail end. I've always had to make my living in the retail market. And retail basically is nothing more than being able to satisfy your customer. There's only three things it takes to be successful, and no matter what endeavor of life you have to have a product. And that product sometimes might just be you. Could be the coal, the quality of coal we're selling or whatever. Could be just you.
There's not a chance that you're just going to stand here and behave yourselves like everybody else. Yes, you are misbehaving. You're chained to a door. That's misbehaving.
The mindset of government is we're the only game in town. You like it, fine. If you don't like it, that's still fine. Well, that's not the way I subscribe to trying to run a state. We have a lot of obstacles, and I said, just think about this. If we could permeate the retail mentality in every government worker in the state of West Virginia, and then when inspectors come out, they're going to say, hey, John, you got a problem here. Now, before I write you up with a violation, here's what I think you ought to do to fix it. Let's get together and get our people together. I'll come back in a week or a month or whenever the rotation time would be. And then if you've made those changes and tried to make the changes, we're working in the right direction. Rather than going out with a ball bat and a cease and desist order and fines, I'd rather you spend the money to fix what's wrong, to try to make it safer, than to give the money to government. I guarantee you we won't fix it.
They wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the DEP and Randy Hoffman. None of us would be here.
Well, the thing of it is, there are ways to do this other than breaking the law by chaining yourself to a door.
We have went to the limit. We have went by the rules and regulations.
You're arresting the wrong people.
It's been put in place.
These people are the criminals in there.
You know,
What's happening in our homes, you know, that's the real criminal.
We've done everything in compliance with what the people say we're supposed to do.
We got people sick and dying in our communities, and they're refusing to help or listen to them. This is their job to protect us. Okay. Now you're in violation. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna rock it until this beast is dead. Yeah, rock it. Yeah.
It looks like you are. Looks like you're having a lot of fun. Yeah.
Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. And it really is. basically doing something and doing it right, it becomes a habit. And that's what we in West Virginia try to do and do best.
You're making everybody mad inside here, and then that's not
Don't
the
you
way.
think that the people have been upset for so too long in the coal fields, you know?
Making
don't
everybody
even
mad
have drinking
inside.
water because the water looks like coffee.
think
Nobody's
some
offered
people
any
blame
help
it.
in, and they've been crying out for years. You know, that's just the way it is. We hate to have to go to this, but they leave us no
And we understand where you're
And then
coming
you
from.
leave me no
Well,
alternative.
we understand
everybody's
that.
got a job to do.
That's right.
Everybody's got a job to do. I mean, if that's what you got to do, you got to do it.
Yeah.
And this is what we got to do in order to make this office work like it should and protect people.
And, you know, we're here to see the Secretary, Randy Huffman. And we're here because the DEP has been derelict in their duty to enforce surface mining laws and regulations, protect our water. Hasn't been done. They've delayed, Randy Huffman himself has delayed selenium reports to our own legislature. He has gone to DC to lobby the federal EPA about how West Virginia needs flat land. And that's not his job. That's not what the Department of Environmental Protection was created for. It was created to protect the people's environment and the community's environment. And when agencies such as the DEP become talking heads for the coal industry, the people are not served very well at all. And so we're here today to see the Secretary Huffman, and we want to ask him some tough questions. We want to ask him for his resignation. We think he should resign.
For sure.
And if he doesn't resign, then he should be fired, and he should be fired immediately. There are numerous violations out there. There are a number of reasons for show cause hearings on some of these surface mining permits that the Secretary refuses to call forward. There are violations in place right now that they're not being cited the violations for. And we have people right here in this room that have went and looked at this. And we have beat our heads against the wall with the DEP for a number of years, but it's never been as bad as it is under this Secretary. So we are asking, we have already asked, and we're going to build on that, asking the federal EPA to come in and take over the MPDS permits in West Virginia to protect our water. And we're going to ask the Office of Surface Mining, the feds, to come and take over the DEP, scrap it, start all over with good people, and monitor it until it gets on its feet and does the job of the people.